Hello, everybody. Hello, everyone. Welcome to Pampered Chef Live. We're so glad to have you with us tonight. My name is Michael. I'm your moderator tonight. Where are you joining from and how are you feeling? Let us know in the chat. And if you're in a party right now, whether you're a host or a guest, we're extra glad you're here with us. Thank you so much for joining and making us part of your Pampered Chef party experience. We're so glad to have you. Let us know in the chat. And for our American friends, happy Thanksgiving week. I hope you've got a fun week ahead of holiday and family time or rest time, whatever's right for you. And for our Canadian friends, yeah, we'll be a little bit offline this week if you're trying to get a hold of us. So we're glad to have you wherever you're coming from, however you're feeling. We're so glad that you are here with us tonight. Tonight, we will be joining Melody from her home kitchen as she teaches us how to use gift-worthy appliances to make a holiday salsa, a hearty casserole, and a creamy Irish coffee. Now, what do those things all have to do to get with each other? They all use some awesome gift-worthy appliances, whether for you or some inspiration for other friends and family. So we're going to show you how to use some of these cool stuff. And that'll take about 35 to 45 minutes or so total. So you can just know and sit back and relax and get ready for that. Couple housekeeping notes real quick. After the demo, we will be selecting 3 attendees for a product giveaway. And I'm going to tell you right now, friends, it's a really good one tonight. So stick around. And if you are watching on Facebook or YouTube right now, welcome. But also be sure to register for the event through Zoom using the link in the description if you want to be eligible for tonight's drawing. If you're in here in Zoom, you're already registered, you're already eligible. It's randomly drawn from there, but you got to be in Zoom to be eligible. We will also have some Q&A time with Melody after the demo. So if you have a question you would like Melody to answer, please drop it in the Q&A feature here in Zoom, different from your normal chat feed. We also have staff who answer technical questions during the event, and we'll save some questions for Melody to answer at the end, depending on how much time we have left. A couple other notes. First of all, if you're looking for the recipe handout for any of these, you're in luck. If you're registered for the Zoom event, you will get those recipes in your email about an hour or so after the event ends. You can also find them right now on our website. If you go to pamperedchef.com or .ca/live-events and look for the recipe handout button, you can find all the information on there. And second of all, there is going to be a survey that pops up in Zoom when you sign off of this event. And we want your feedback, and we'll select one more winner for an additional giveaway from that survey like we do every week. Lastly, if the Zoom chat is too busy for your liking, you can always mute it. If you're on desktop, click the little arrow next to the chat button on the bottom of your screen and click Stop Showing Chat Preview. If you're on your phone, you can open the chat and tap the little bell icon and then select Mute. And you can also hide the emoji reactions by selecting More with the 3 little dots and selecting Hide Reactions. So that's how you can do that if you want a little peace and quiet during your event. And so that's all for me. I'm going to move out of the way and let Melody do her thing. So friends, grab a beverage. I got my little Spindrift here for a little refreshing drink. Grab whatever you're drinking or snacking on, and let's get cooking, friends. Go ahead, Melody. Take it away.
Hi, everybody. I'm Melody, and I've actually been with Pampered Chef for 20 years. I actually started my business when our oldest son was 3 months old so that I could stay at home with him. And then I have stayed because I absolutely love this business. I love the friends that I've made. I love the products, and so I'll tell you, like, I have made so many friends through this Pampered Chef business. And on top of that, I absolutely love that this business gives me the extra income that I need to pay for all those extras, like, are really important through the holidays, right? So, Michael, I did want to share with you that I am a middle-aged woman and I suffer from ADOS, which is attention deficit. Ooh, shiny. So at any time while I'm doing my demo, if I get off track, I forget the names of products, I forget what I'm doing, then feel free to jump in and help me get back on track. So if I forget anything. But you guys, we are going to be making 3 quick and easy recipes that is going to really spice up your holiday season. And if you're tired of the same boring recipes and you want to, like, spice it up a little bit, then these are going to be for you. So we're going to be making So actually we're gonna be making cranberry salsa, we're gonna be making a spinach artichoke potato casserole, and then we're gonna end with a Irish coffee. And also I'm gonna share some gift giving ideas. And you guys, I will tell you that I do not enjoy cooking, but I do love spending family time around the dinner table. And that's why I love these recipes, because it gets me out of the kitchen faster and to the table with my family and friends. So, all right, so let's get started. So for the casserole, I've got the potatoes going in the microwave. They're finishing up, and we're gonna start with our cranberry salsa. And so this is gonna be in the electric twist and chop. So this is one of the hottest new tools, and I really recommend this for a gift for anybody on your list. But we're gonna add in some cranberries. I'm just gonna be throwing some things. I've got some cilantro we're gonna add in here. Gonna add in some green onions. We're also going to add a jalapeno. And so a little tip is, if you like the extra spice, then definitely you can keep the seeds in, but I don't. And another tip is get some gloves, or I just got a little baggie so that I could cut the jalapeno, because if you end up with that jalapeno in your eye, you are going to regret that decision. And we're actually going to use the peppercorn, and you're going to see this has the big part if you're going to do bell peppers or your bigger peppers, but we don't need that tonight. We're going to use the smaller part because we just need to do the jalapeno. So here we go. Just going to stick that right in here. And this is actually a pretty big jalapeno. So I'm just gonna get right down inside of there, spin it a little bit, and you're gonna see it pulls out all those insides. And like I said, if you like the seeds, you like that extra spice, then you can definitely leave it in there, but we are going to take those out because I will not eat it if it has all that extra spice. And this one, like I said, it was a little bit bigger, so we're gonna cut that a little bit more. And then I love that it has this little place where I can just knock that out of there. See if I can get all those seeds. This one had a lot of seeds, so we might end up with a few seeds in our dish. Trying not to cut the bag with the jalapeno, because I just want to quarter the jalapeno and I'm going to throw it in here. All right, last, or not last, actually one of the last things, we're going to juice a lime. I don't need that anymore, do I? Oh, get rid of that. Okay, so juice my lime, and we're going to use the citrus press. So citrus press is going to, anytime you use this, you're going to put face side down, because it's going to invert the lime or lemon. So we're going to just squirt that in here like so, and I'll show you what that looks like. So how it just turns it inside out. So I love this, especially during the summer. You can get a whole bag of lemons or limes, and you can make homemade lemonade, and so that is really yummy. Last thing that I want to show, or last thing that goes into this, is going to be a half of an apple. This is the apple wedger. This is the first of the gifts that I really want to talk about, or actually I talked about that, but this one, great for all your teachers. So we know the apple for a teacher, right? But add the apple wedger. Just put it together like this, little cellophane over top of it, and it makes for a perfect gift. And you can actually say something like, you are the apple of my eye. So something cheesy like that. And so we're just gonna press this down, and we just need half of the apple. So here we go. Half of an apple into here. Just gonna push that inside of here. Now you're gonna hear, this is kind of loud, and you can use it for a pulse if you just need it a little bit. Oh, I forgot. It won't work if the lid is not secure. So that's a great feature. So just a little pulse, or you can actually turn it on. You notice that? When I opened it, it stopped. And one great thing about this, which you can't really see with it in there, with all the stuff in there, is the blade goes up and down, so that way you get a nice even chop. So we're gonna turn it back on for a couple seconds. You can see it going up and down. Gives you a nice chop. Now you can do this as much as you want, so if you want it to be really like pulverized, or if you just want it to be kind of just, I don't know, if you want it creamy or if you want it choppy, whatever. And what we're gonna do with this is we're gonna take this and we're gonna pour it over cream cheese. So I'm gonna take the blade out. Be really careful with this blade. It is dishwasher safe, but you don't want to end up with that like with your finger down there, right? So don't stick your finger in there with the blade in there. And I'm gonna put some in a bowl. So the reason for this is if we had somebody with a dairy allergy that was coming over, we wanted to have some that was separate. And then the rest of it, you can take it and actually put it over top of cream cheese. And there's some nice juices in here. I probably could have went a little bit better. Now, I'll tell you all actually, the last time I made this, and it probably was better, was I blanched the cranberries first. I didn't do that with this one, probably should have, but so my recommendation is either to get frozen cranberries or blanch them. And what I mean by blanch them is take water, so just get boiling water, dunk them in, they'll kind of, the cranberries will burst open and then it'll be better. So I didn't think I needed to do it, but clearly I might have. So we're gonna take this and I'm gonna set this aside so we can move on to our next item of business. And so we're gonna just really quickly, I'm gonna move all this up and we're gonna set up for our next little recipe. All right, so set this over here and we're gonna take this and put over here, just out of the way. And let me just get this stuff out of the way as well. We'll just set this, excuse me, there's an apple core. All right, let's move this. I forgot the sugar. It was supposed to have sugar in there. Oops. So it's probably gonna be a little bit more tart than it is sweet, so it's okay. All right, so next up we're going to do our, we are going to be making our it's a spinach artichoke potato casserole. Say that 3 times fast. And we're gonna be using one of my favorite tools during the holidays, and that is our stand mixer. So tell us in the chat if you have this stand mixer yet. And if you do, tell me what you love to use it for. So I'll tell you why I love this stand mixer is because the old stand mixer I used to have that was not Pampered Chef was very top heavy. This one is bottom heavy. It has a holder here, and you guys, it has attachments. So we've actually have our first attachment that is a pasta roller that you can purchase separately. Love it. Also has 3 different attachments for the it has the beater. This one has a whisk, and it has a knead attachment, whatever, a kneader. That doesn't sound right. Okay, so but what I also love is it has 5 preset features. So it has you can mix, you can cream, you can knead. And what I love about that is if you've ever over mixed a batter, you know why this is important. So, all right, so we are going to get our potatoes out of the microwave. So get that over here. And we did these in the microwave in our deep covered baker. And I'm going to tell you all about the deep covered baker in a minute. But first, we're going to get all of this going into the mixer. All right, so we want just a coarse chop with this, so we're going to use the mix and chop. Mix and chop is perfect for your ground beef, ground turkey, ground chicken, whatever, but it's also perfect for things like this. And on top of that, it is perfect for pies. If you do a fruit pie where it has a double, oh my gosh, pie crust. I told y'all, I forget words. A double pie crust. You can take this to vent the top, and it makes such a beautiful crust. So, all right, so I'm gonna take this. We're just gonna dump this potatoes in here. So we're done with the mix and chop. Got those just a coarse chop. And this is actually cooled down a little bit, so I can take it and just dump it in here. And so, excuse me, just a second. Now, I did these, depending on the size of your potatoes, like 10 to 15 minutes in the microwave. I cut them in half before. So, all right. So cut them in half and then stick them in. I just put just a little bit of water in there. And I'm going to keep this because we are going to need that here in just a second. All right, we're going to add in a can of artichoke hearts that have been drained. We're going to add in some Parmesan cheese. We're going to add in a half a block of cream cheese that has been softened. We're going to add in about a half of a block of white cheddar cheese. So I'm going to put some of it on the top. I'm going to put the rest of it here. And a tablespoon of our garlic Parmesan. You guys, this is one of my favorite seasonings. I love putting this on top of broccoli, like taking it and roasting broccoli with this. So good. And one of my favorite, oh, spinach. I was honest up front and told y'all I was very forgetful. So here we go. And I think the last ingredient, salt, and then this. Let me make sure that I actually have all my ingredients because I told y'all salt and that. Okay, yeah. All right, so this, our Measure All cup, fabulous for all those sticky ingredients. So things like if you use peanut butter, cream cheese, not cream cheese, sorry, sour cream, Greek yogurt, which is what this is, Greek yogurt, honey, molasses, things like that. And this is the one cup, but the 2 cup measurement, or the 2 cup Measure All cup is great for stuffing a turkey. So take it like this. You're gonna put all your stuffing in there, stick it in the bird, pop it out. Great use for that, right? All right, so here we go. So we're gonna mix this up. So we're gonna turn it on, and also has cord storage. It's another thing I love. We're gonna turn it to mix for 2.5 minutes. I'm gonna tell you all about the deep covered baker, okay? So this is our deep covered baker, has a lid. I'm gonna leave the lid over here so we can talk about it. And let me tell you all why I love this. Anybody that's been around for a long time knows this is called the magic pot, right? So the magic pot, I love because you can do a whole chicken in the microwave in 30 minutes. You can do 2 pork tenderloins in the microwave in like 20 minutes. You can do baby back ribs in the microwave like 20 minutes and then sear them on a grill. You can do your casseroles, your lasagnas. In the summer we do corn on the cob. We put the little corn cob holder knob thingies on there, stick that in the microwave with just a tiny bit of water, and for about 8-ish minutes in the microwave makes the perfect corn on the cob. But let me tell you my absolute favorite recipe with the deep covered baker. It is a molten chocolate lava cake. So take a chocolate cake mix, pour it in here, put in a can of Coke or Dr. Pepper. I like Dr. Pepper. Mix that up really well. Then take a can of chocolate frosting, dollop that on top. Don't mix the frosting, so just dollop it on top, put the lid on it, put it in the microwave for like 8 to 10 minutes. And everything seems like 8 to 10 minutes of it. 8 to 10 minutes. And when it comes out, you want it to be set on the top, but still jiggly so that it's gooey on the bottom. Scoop it out, put it over top of, with whipped cream or ice cream. It is so good. You guys, this is the perfect gift for newlyweds. People that just moved out on their own. Perfect for men, perfect for people that have went off to college because it's great for the microwave. It can go in the microwave, it can go in the oven. So it is definitely one of my favorite items, but also it's one of my favorite pieces of stoneware. So hope all that made sense. All right, so this is coming, we're finishing up. The last thing that we're gonna do with this is we're gonna grate just a little bit more cheese, and we are going to use this adjustable grater, the double-sided one. I don't know the exact name. Ask Michael because I can't remember. But I'm actually just gonna use, I have it already over here. Okay. So I have some that's already, now I love this because it can come apart, or you can use it like this. You can stand it. And it also has the holder. You guys, do as I say, not as I do, because I hate using the holder. But you just take it and you can put it in the holder and you can grate it. Did you all know that when you buy cheese that is already grated, it has an ingredient called cellulose powder? Cellulose powder is basically sawdust. It has, it's been added to prevent caking, but if y'all like eating sawdust, more power to you. I like grating my cheese because it tastes better and it melts better. Have you ever noticed that Parmesan cheese in the can doesn't melt on top of your food? The reason is because, you guys, trees don't melt. So don't know if y'all know that or not, but crazy story there. So just like that. Okay. So a little bit of cheese, that's okay because the dog can get that later. I'll take it and knock that on in the floor. So y'all tell me, do y'all know about the cheese tax? So I was saying, like, the dog was standing here. She's waiting eagerly for me to drop some cheese on the floor, and that's because she knows the cheese tax. So do y'all know about the cheese tax with your dogs? So, all right, so I'm going to talk about gift giving a little bit, but while I'm talking about dogs and I'm throwing this in here, I might as well go ahead and tell you all about our dog treat set. So the dog treat set is perfect, of course, for all of our canine friends if you buy them holiday gifts. but also for, of course, our friends that are canine lovers, right? So here we go. Now, best part is this bowl will just go into the dishwasher. I'm like filling up my sink as we go. So, all right, so here we go. So we're just gonna pour this in there. Now, my favorite part about this dish, you guys, the last part I'm gonna say is this is 12 grams of protein per serving in this potato dish. So, you know, I say that's a pretty good thing. So this dish is for 9. It says 9 servings, and there is 12 grams of protein. So pretty awesome. And this is in our Brilliance, our 8-inch Brilliance pan, and I love that it has lids because I'm actually going to put this on. We're going to have this for Thanksgiving, but with the magic of television, I actually have one that's coming out of the oven right now. So let's pull it out so you can see what this looks like. So this is our other 8-inch pan. It's like a baby blue. So I'll be honest, I do like the Brilliance pans better. I like that, like they don't stick, and I use the bread. If you have anybody in your family that cooks a lot of bread, the bread loaves pan, the Brilliance bread loaves pans are such a great gift. So here you go. Let me show you how ooey gooey and cheesy this is. Super yummy, right? You guys, this is going to be perfect for all of your holiday get-togethers, okay? Whew, I feel like I have worked up a need for some Irish coffee. How about you guys? The last thing I want to tell you all about this stand mixer before I put it over to the side is this, all of our appliances that you see here, almost all the appliances are on sale on our big Black Friday sale. But if you want it even more affordable, host a party with your consultant and you can get this for $179. So that's a wowza right there. So, all right, so let's put this aside and we're gonna switch gears for just a second. And I am going to put the lid on this before it spills. Okay, and then we're gonna put this aside and we're gonna switch out for my absolute favorite. Oh, that was just the lid for the cheese. Whew. All right, switch out for my absolute favorite. Dun dun dun! Our coffee maker. This is the best. So let me show you all the reasons to love the coffee maker. So this coffee maker, you guys, just won Pampered Chef an award for our innovation. And so it's super exciting to see that. It comes with 3 inserts, accessories. So in the side, it has a little compartment over here where you can store 2 of them. This one is going to be the ground coffee one. That's what one we're going to use. And then it also has a K-cup insert, whatever attachment, and like an espresso pod insert. And then you can purchase separate ones for hot water or for ground espresso. And I love the versatility of this that my entire family can use. My kids love it to make hot chocolate and things like that for hot water, hot tea. And then also, I'll show you, put this in here, and if I can see, it's hard to do. Oh, it's hard to see backwards. Okay. And then this goes up and down. So depending on the size of your cup, can go up or it can go down. Did I put it to? All right. So, all right, it's hard to do backwards. So, before we do that, we're gonna I'm going to add in a little bit of whiskey. So, a little bit of whiskey, that's what makes it the Irish coffee. We're gonna put a tablespoon of brown sugar, put this in here, and we are going to turn that on right there, and then it's gonna brew. Okay, y'all, this is my favorite thing. It's perfect. So if you have coffee lovers in your life, this is perfect for stocking stuffer. Is our little coffee. Michael, tell them what the name of this is. It's the coffee. I can't remember the name of it. Okay, so there, and the last thing is that we're going to add to this to finish it off is going to be whipped cream. Now, I made fresh whipped cream in the electric twist and chop yesterday, and it made like 2 cups of whipped cream, but I took it and put some into our whipped cream maker. So if you want a small amount of whipped cream, then you can use this. And so we're gonna put that over top of the coffee and finish that off, right? So let me get a spoon so we can stir this up. So here we go. As it goes. Making sure that looks like, all right, isn't that awesome? Okay, I love this coffee maker so much. Okay, so looks like it's done. Drip, drip, drip. It's dripping a little bit. I'm gonna go ahead and pull it off. Okay, and we're gonna add some whipped cream. Do y'all think I should put a lot of whipped cream or a little whipped cream? So let's see, let's just load it up, right? Why not? Ta-da! The more the merrier, right? So cheers to that. So that's all 3 recipes, but let's kind of finish off. I want to tell you a little bit about gift giving because that's where our minds are at right now, right? So we're thinking about all those different gifts, and I hope you can see behind me. So I actually have some that are here, some of my favorites. I already told you about the dog treats. So this one is really awesome because it has a little dog bone cookie cutter, and then it actually has human grade a treat mix and a little jar to put in. So super cute for that. Another one that we have is our hot chocolate gift set. Now this one has been my family favorite because of the homemade marshmallows, and I just got them out to show you. But I love, it's got 4 different types of hot chocolate. So this is a great gift also. And let me show you the homemade marshmallows because I was so amazed at how easy these are to make. And so you can see these little marshmallows. I cut them up. You just take the mix with some water, put it on the stove, and then you can make little marshmallows like that. And my daughter's behind the camera begging me to hand these to her. So there we go. All right, another one is if you have a coffee lover in your life, then here's one I recommend, and that is our frother. You can also use this coffee scoop. I think it's called a coffee scoop. I can't remember. But then we also have some syrup. So I thought these are a great addition. So you can do the frother with a brown sugar, the gourmet brown sugar, and the gourmet toffee apple crisp. So that would make a cute gift. And you can even throw in, if you want to do something else, you can throw in our anniversary dishes. I used some of the anniversary dishes earlier. The mugs come in a set of 2, so that could be 2 gifts. So take them and separate them. And I hope that none of our teachers are watching because this is one of the gifts that we're given this year, and it's going to be the coffee mug with my our 2 holiday seasonings that are our crunchy cinnamon and the cinnamon plus, and so that's a perfect gift also. So I love that all these you can kind of mix and match. You can add a few things to it, you know, make it more affordable, or if you want more. Another one is the powdered sugar shaker, so you could add that in here. So if you wanted to make it a little bit heartier of a gift. And then I put these together too because I love these, and I think this makes a perfect sweet little gift for anybody if you have like a secret Santa or something. Our the cinnamon crumb cake with our anniversary scraper, which is so gorgeous, you guys, so that every time that they use this, they're going to think of you. So that's going to be one great one. Or you could do our shortbread cookie mix, and you can add the Linzer cookie cutter set. So that makes a cute little affordable gift as well. So things like that, because I know if you're like me, you know, my daughter has 7 different teachers that we have to buy for, and we also want to buy for administration or whoever. And so there's so many different things, right? If you have to buy multiple of a gift, you want something that's going to be kind of affordable. So something that's a nice gift, but it's affordable at the same time. And so that's one that I do. I was trying to look at the time, make sure I'm good. All right. Another one, limited time only, is our bacon build set. That is the bacon build gingerbread box. And this one is a C's Candy exclusive item. So you see that it has where you can put your gingerbread box or gingerbread house there, and then it also has special recipes. The recipe, it has a recipe for gingerbread house, has the gingerbread mix, an icing mix, and then it has some C's Candy in here for decorating your gingerbread house. So this one is a great gift also for kids. But, and another one, you guys, I've been thinking about this so much of all the different gift ideas. So I want to share another one that I thought of was this salted vanilla nuts with our popcorn and nut maker. So, or the pop and stir, I think is the actual name for it. Y'all come up with my own names for things. So the pop and stir with one of these, salted vanilla dessert mix. Let me show you these nuts. Super easy. So it is, let's see, a half a cup of the mix. So you can do actually, I think it's like 2.5 out of one box. Half a cup of mix, 1 cup of nuts, a little bit of vanilla, and 2 tablespoons of water. I was trying to think if that was it. I think that's it. All right. And so put that in the pop and stir for about 8 minutes, and look how yummy these nuts are. So this perfect for all of your get-togethers, but that pop and stir and that salted vanilla mix. I'm thinking also some of our other mixes of what could be good with that. But that one has been fun. Okay. Last, but definitely not the least at all, this is my favorite by far for kids, and that is our kids club. So if you have not been introduced to our kids club yet, let me tell you all about it. Because kids club, this is a series, not a subscription. So what I love about that, and what that means is if you gift somebody a set, like a series of 6 months or 12 months of the kids club, it's not going to lock you into a subscription. You can also order the kids club, like a 6-month or a 12-month series, get the first box and put it under the tree, wrap it up, put it under the tree, and then call home office or have your consultant call home office to get the address changed to go to your child, the grandchild, whoever you purchased it for. But let me show you what is inside of here. When you order the kids club box or the series, every box every box comes with recipes that just fell out all over the floor. So, okay, so Kids Club box has, ta-da, recipes. Oh my gosh. Okay, there are 3 recipes. And there is a card for grown-ups that shows safety tips. There is the, there's another one, a shopping list that has the recipes. The 3 different recipes, and you guys, the one that's this month that you can order, and Michael, you can correct me if I'm wrong, but I think you can still get this one. It's the I know it has the egg separator in it. I can't remember if it's the eggs, I can't remember the name of it, but fluffy pancakes. There is cinnamon roll cookies, and there is a cheesy bacon pasta. And then it will have, so every box that they get, when they take a peek inside, it's going to have a tool. So this one was the egg separator, and it also always has a seasoning. And so this one is the crunchy cinnamon. But what my daughter loves the most about the Kids Club box is the pen that comes with it. So you can see she's collecting her pens. So now that she has 3, so this one, the little cookie is the one that you get currently. So all 3 of these that she's collected. So every time, so they come every other month. So if you do a 6-month subscription, every other month, 12 months, every other month. And if you just want to try it out, you can purchase the Dough Much Fun box and just get one of them. So, okay, Michael, I hope that was, I'm out of breath because I've talked so fast. But this was so much fun. The last thing, actually, before I leave, I just want to tell you guys, I started my business because we needed extra money for groceries, and that was 20 years ago. But the reason that I am still here today is because I still believe in this mission. I still believe in this company and everything that we stand for. And what I like most is that it's the way that I can earn that extra money, that supplemental income that we need while we're traveling. I never miss kids' events. And it has been such a great thing for me and my family. And so if you're needing some extra holiday income, I encourage you to reach out to your consultant, whoever invited you tonight, and let them know, because you can get started for as little as $19.80 right now. And it might change your life. Sorry, it might be a great thing for you. You might enjoy it, earn that supplemental income. You might have a lot of fun. And I hope that you do join us and that you love it just as much as I do. So thank you all so much for joining us tonight. And thanks for having me, Michael.
Amazing. Wow, Melody, that was incredible. Thank you so much. And thank you for the authentic, passionate invitation at the end there for anyone who wants to have as much fun as you're having. And just a reminder to everyone, there were so many great ideas in this presentation. Melody knocked it out of the park. Remember, you're going to get a replay video of this in your email. If you want to go back and rewatch any of this, you can skip to the part you missed. So don't worry, if you missed something, you're going to get that replay video in your email, and you'll be able to go back and watch something. Now, we're going to do a giveaway, friends, and then we'll close with some Q&A. So I said that tonight's an extra special giveaway, and here's why. It's a holiday week for Americans. It's Black Friday week. And because of that, all of you who chose to show up during a holiday, we're just really, really grateful for that. And so we're going to do a little bit a bigger giveaway than we normally do tonight. And that is that we are going to give 3 lucky winners our electric twist and chop tonight. And so I'm very excited about this. Pretty fun. So the 3 people who are going to get an electric twist and chop from us this week are, congratulations to Bettina Henderson, Marnie Steves, and Jessica Napierowski. Bettina, Marnie, and Jessica, you are our winners tonight. Congratulations. I will be in touch with you after the event to get your shipping information and get you an electric twist and chop so that you can make yourself some cranberry salsa and all kinds of other fun stuff. So congratulations, Bettina, Marnie, and Jessica. And that is also partly celebrating our Black Friday sale that we have going on right now. Like Melody said, the Twist and Chop is on sale right now, and we added even more deals this week to our Pampered Chef Black Friday sale. It's been going on all month, but we added a bunch more items this week as well. So if you are shopping for Christmas, this is your chance. This is your time. You can go and get 20% off of more than 100 different products. So check the website for the full list of products. And as we head into the final month of the year, let's make shopping not just stressful, but maybe fun. And when you host a Pampered Chef party with your friends and family in December, you can get 60% off of any one product or set with qualifying party sales. So your party can happen in person or online through our holiday pop-up shop option. It's fast, it's fun, it's a great experience, and it's a great way to bond together. So talk to your consultant to get your party booked today. All right, we are going to close with some Q&A. And we got some questions here for you, Melody. So the first one is people are a big fan of your kitchen assistant, the one that's eagerly waiting for the cheese tax. Someone would like to know, what is the breed of your dog?
Oh, she's a border collie.
Okay.
So,
right on cue. That's so good.
since I'm not cooking anymore, so it can be like,
Oh my gosh.
friend.
What's the dog's name?
Ruby.
Ruby. Well, thanks for joining us, Ruby. That's very sweet. Could you repeat the nuts recipe that you made? So for folks who have the electric pop and stir and want to make some candied nuts, what was the recipe you did?
Yes. And I actually got this from a friend, so I won't take credit for it. And I can't remember who it was that I got it from. I had seen it. But it's the salted caramel mix. So I used a half a cup of that. It was like a little bit of vanilla. I'll tell you, I measure with my heart. So I will say like a half to a teaspoon of vanilla, 2 tablespoons of water. And if you want, you can add a little bit of salt, but then take that and then you're just going to turn it on to the nuts setting, or the stir setting. And then it's about 8 minutes. So it depends what you want. Is you want that sandy texture that you saw on the nuts that I showed you. So once you get that sandy texture, and I will come, a couple times. I keep a watch on it because you want to pull it down. So, because sometimes the nuts will crawl up the side. So you want to keep pulling them back down. So it's that easy.
Love it. Love it. Thank you for that. And thank you to your friend for sharing that great recipe. So you were talking about using not too much jalapeno in the cranberry salsa. Do you think that recipe would work if you took the jalapeno out altogether?
I think so. It does. So the jalapeno gives it flavor. So that's what I think is, if you wanted to use something else, or maybe even a little like spice or seasoning or something, maybe, I don't know, I would try it, but I think that it's, I don't know, I feel like it's part of the, I think it'll be more sweet than spicy.
Yeah, I agree. And I would say our test kitchen, on all Pampered Chef recipes, our test kitchen works really hard to find balanced recipes that are approachable. They are not into making things crazy spicy. So I assure you the jalapeno that's in that recipe is pretty balanced. And I think all salsa needs even just even the mildest salsa still has a bit of pepper in it. And that's what gives it a little bit of the kick. Otherwise, it's just kind of mashed up fruit. So
I was gonna say
but
like less jalapeno might be better, but
yeah,
not
you can
taking it
do a
out
small amount
completely.
of jalapeno. Someone was asking, when you use the measuring cup, how do you keep it from leaking?
The measure all.
I'm
Um,
not sure which one. They just said measuring cup, so I'm not sure which one they were referring to. It could have been the
I'm
measure
thinking
all.
that
Yeah.
probably if they were talking about the measure all cup, let me grab it out of the sink.
Hmm.
So or where did I put? Oh, so the thing is about the measure all cup, and I think that this is what people do wrong when you get this is solids go on this side and liquids go in this side.
Hmm.
So if you're going to use liquids, you're going to want to have it flush, so all the way down like this to pour into the top. And it tells you for liquids this side up, and then for solids this side up. So that's where you want to make sure, because if you're not putting liquids in this side, you're putting liquids on the other side. Does that make sense?
Yep.
So if this is the cup that they're asking about, that's why. Because otherwise, I think that it would kind of leak down inside of there.
Good stuff. Good stuff. All right. So last question for you. You were talking about the potential for becoming a consultant to change your life. You almost caught yourself for a little bit there, but I think that is a very real potential.
Mhm.
What have been some of the ways in which your life looks different because of being a consultant that it would not have been with another job?
Yeah, and I caught myself because I say that because I know that I can't guarantee that it's going
Oh,
to
of
do something
course.
for
Yeah.
you.
Right.
But what I can tell you is that when we started, we couldn't afford groceries. And now, I'll tell you, this is kind of a funny, humorous one. But when our boys were little, we would go to, let's say, McDonald's, and they were only allowed to order off the dollar menu. And then now we can go, and our daughter, who's 11, has never known that life. And so she's allowed to order soda and a meal or whatever she wants. And I think just that little thing of being able to change, like that was such a huge difference for our kids to like, it felt like a luxury to be able to order what they wanted instead of being restricted to the cheapest things on the menu. Also, a couple of years ago, we made a decision to work from the road, and we took our camper and drove cross country, and we spent 8 months living in our camper traveling the United States. My husband owns his own business. I own my own business. And so that has made it like a great thing because we can work our Pampered Chef business from anywhere. And so that in itself, I get chills thinking about it because of the experiences we got. And I think that we can't, like you can't buy that. Like it's absolutely amazing. So things like that. And also the friendships. I will say that my number one thing that I love about this business is the people that I meet, and my brother and sisterhood through this business. The people who I know have my back, that are there to cheer me on. They're there to listen to me when I'm having a hard time, and and encourage me, and vice versa. And I think that that has been the most important thing to me because I don't think I ever knew true friendship until I became a consultant and I met some of the men and women in my business.
Wow, that is incredible. And I'm so grateful for the ways this has had such an impact on you and your family. And what an amazing testament. And yes, you're right. We can't guarantee any particular outcome in that sense, but there's enough evidence to show that if you take that chance and really give it a go, there's some good things that are likely to come your way. So wonderful, Melody. Thanks for your time tonight, and thanks all of you for joining on a holiday week for the Americans. And if you are interested in learning more about becoming a consultant, you can talk to the consultant that invited you and ask them about their experience, or you can visit the Be a Consultant page on our website. And we just want to thank you all for joining. I hope you have a great holiday. Excuse me. And we hope you will join us same time next week with Valerie as we kick off December. And she's going to teach us how to make 2 different cookie recipes that are absolutely going to help you win the cookie exchange at your office party or your family party. So if you want to win your cookie exchange, come get these recipes next week. So register now for that on our website or wherever you found this invitation. And we're going to sign off. So thanks again, Melody. Thanks, everybody. We'll catch you in December.